you actually get you as an organization moving in that innovative direction so you can make a difference to your stakeholders and the business partners. If some of you can share some of that framework, that will be really nice to hear. What has made difference in your organization? Because I am and we are struggling in public sector. There's a lot of constraints around us, and there isn't money available. There's not resources, extra resources available. You can actually move them, channel them in a certain direction. So it will be nice to hear some of those practices you have in place, which really pivoted your shop into this particular path itself too. So that will be interesting to hear.
I can offer something on that,
Sure.
I think.
Thank you.
So I live in Ottawa, and of course, you'll hear with the word Ottawa and think federal government. I'll reinforce a stereotype by saying, yeah. Nothing to do with technology, but the federal government is trying to change the structure, the bureaucracy, the spirit of entrepreneurship, openness, whatever terms you choose to use. So I sit on a working group with them that's trying to change culture within government. And it is hard as heck to do. The CTO of the federal government will say that he was trying to create a more agile, transparent, collaborative organization. How do you change culture for 350,000 people? Probably not going to happen. So there is some interesting work that's being done. I was looking down at my phone, but I don't want to be rude. There was some research done about the types of organizations and how information is shared within organizations. And the traditional, ex-military, or if you're from defense, the command and control organization where the order will come from the top and you will execute the order, to a more collaborative where the best idea bubbles up to the top and the best idea wins, more of a meritocracy. Again, I didn't want to look at my phone to go and find the research, but it is out there. It's how do you create a more open, transparent, collaborative. There is something called an open decision framework, but it means that organizations have to trust one another because information is used as a competitive weapon. Nasheen and I might work together, and I want to use this information to advance my own agenda or my own career within the organization, and then withhold it from a colleague. Not that I would do that. But this is the struggle that, particularly from executives in very large organizations, I'm sure you face. It is quite a large issue, and it does hinder the collaboration, right? Bringing new ideas forward.
Well, I think you touched on something really important, though, because the spirit of the mindset doesn't have to be a costly one, but it does have to come from leadership, from talent, like from HR forces that transform the way in which people are actually measured, with contribution, with being collaborative as opposed to being working in silos and competing against one another, in an unhealthy manner. There's healthy competition and there's bad competition. Mm-hmm. So I think that there's ways to do it that you can. Using Yammer, I think, is a great thing. Not now. Yammer is everywhere, I think, right? I think it just depends. I think you can certainly have a strategy around it that doesn't involve a lot of the budget. But I think it does have to come from leadership and HR and a marriage of making sure that mindset moves forward with the tools you have.
I also do think that it comes down to people as well. Be the executive you want to be. Get out from behind your chair, go meet the people, go talk to people, be seen to be recognizing and rewarding people, and not just your very close circle. If you find yourself with a closed circle of people and the only way to get information to you that you feel credible and you value is coming through certain chains, even if you want to continue to operate like that, your organization has to see you as being open and rewarding and acceptance of risk. And we failed at that. We learned on that. What did we learn? And encourage this to come. And so it goes back to sort of the old style of management by walking around, be seen.
What I have access to is a pool of graduates. So every 6 months, I can go and ask for 1 or 2 graduates to come and help with a program or with an initiative that I have. And what ends up happening is I don't get a graduate that is technology person. I don't have choices. They give me whoever is there, and then that person has to adapt. And what ends up happening is that, interestingly, the person actually does a better job than you would be expecting because they want to show that they can do it, right? And it's an interesting new project for them that they've not done. And this happens every 6 months. And these are young graduates who have just come out of university, coming into the field, right? So they're getting exposed to different areas of the bank. So you can apply something like that as well. You can have a set of graduates that can be exposed to different lines of businesses. So that's what we do as well. So they go around lines of businesses.
Peter, I will actually share something about Red Hat. So we had a whole bunch of our customers that sit on our advisory board that wanted to learn more about how Red Hat does its software development and how we actually bring ideas to market. We had been successful doing so, so they wanted to kind of get a taste of the culture. And what we did is actually package that into basically a residency style offering we call Open Innovation Lab. So it's innovation in a box that we go and engage with the customer around a line of business, talk to them about their business problems that they're trying to address and innovate, and use some of the thinking that Red Hat does internally and walk them through the same process. We are basically the facilitators. We're not bringing the idea that this is how you should solve it. We work with them in a collaboration, create that safe environment where across the line of business, people are working on identifying a solution. We have done that at actually a couple places, especially eHealth Ontario as well, in terms of their health record initiative and trying to figure out how to find a possible solution for that. So we have found that is also another way to inject kind of innovation in the culture, where you create these change agents that take those values that they learn through this residency or style, 3 months or 6 months, and take it back to the organization to create that cultural element as well.